Hey guys, welcome back. It's Chad here at Coyote Classics. Me and Lisa have a beautiful car for you guys today. This is a 1970 epitome of all muscle cars, Cobra 429, beautiful stance, done in its original yellow paint. Just an awesome, fantastic car, guys. As we take a peek underneath the hood, the bottom of the hood is jammed out very nicely. Just a great looking car all the way around.
One thing that I really like seeing in this car is they've installed the MSD ignition. It gives it a lot of performance and...
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it's just so much nicer with that electronic ignition. Your car fires up so much easier than the points and condenser.
So the previous owner that had it before us had it for 11 years, and within the last 10 years of owning it, he decided to do some engine work. He was gonna, instead of rebuilding the original motor, he took that out and he replaced it with this period correct 429.
Yeah, and these 429s just have a ton of torque. Need a great running engine. It's got power steering, power brakes. Like you said, the MSD ignition makes it awful nice. It's got the stock radiator in there. Car stays nice and cool. Just a great car all the way around. The grill on this one is so nice too. A lot of these Torinos and Fairlanes that we get in, the plastic grills just usually got a crack or two in it. I don't see anything in this one. Front bumper's all been re-chromed. And as Lisa pointed out just a little bit ago, the previous owner owned this car for 11 years, and he did do the drivetrain. He did the motor, complete transmission rebuild with the little shift kit in it. Also, the 9-inch Ford rear end was rebuilt. So you'll be able to see all that documentation on our website. But when he bought this car, the paint was exactly like it was today. So I don't know if the paint was done, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, but I do know it was done prior to 11 years ago.
And it's still in some really nice quality with just a few blemishes.
Yeah, we buffed it out. It's got an awesome shine, you guys. It's got a couple little chips in it. There's one there, but a really nice hood gap from top to bottom. And across. I mean, really lays out very nicely. The Restorer also went with just a little bit darker than the original color. At least it was kind of a light yellow. They went just a little bit darker, and this should be matte black. And they went ahead and they clear coated it and did a gloss black.
But I think that was a really nice choice. It just shows really nice with that combination.
I like it a lot better. And it just, when you buff these cars out, if you go with that flat black, it is so much nicer to buff this and makes it easier so you don't get that little chalkiness on there.
It's far more attractive to the eye.
You would know that.
Well.
So as we come around here to the passenger side front fender, the paint, like I said, has been buffed out to a beautiful shine. On the top of the door lines up very nicely. Our body line looks good there, and both of them look really nice. If you go to our website, coyoteclassics.com, you're going to see a ton of pictures of the undercarriage. A very, very solid car. We had another one just like this car, and that was in great shape as well. Bench seat, column shift, yellow car, all original that way. And this one's really priced to sell, guys, so definitely check it out. It's a good one. We have the new the dual sport mirrors, and you can tell here when they did the paint job years ago, they did a nice job. They replaced all those gaskets. They didn't paint around, or there's no overspray. And another thing is the stainless on this car is fantastic. Yeah, and there's no pits or nothing.
I was just going to point that out. I agree.
Someone, when they did this car, guys, they definitely did the car to show quality standard, 15 years ago. Same thing with the door rubbers. There's no overspray or nothing on anything. Door gap is good. Body lines on the door are nice. Door tucks in nicely.
It just has an overall nice appearance, doesn't it?
It really does. For an older restoration, it's awesome. We do have a little bit of a bubble. I'll tune it in. Just a very, very small little spot right there. But again, as an older restoration, if anything's going to pop out, guys, on this thing, it's already done it years and years ago. I'm going to try to get little tight quarters in here today, but you can see that both sides of this body are laser straight, big quarters, and they're in great condition. Just a little preview of the undercarriage. Back valance is in great shape. Our back bumper has been re-chromed. The tail lights are all in great shape as well.
Let's take a look at the trunk.
Before you turn that key here, let's just look at the very tops of the trunk and how nicely that fits. Same thing back here on that spoiler area. So as we look into the trunk, they did properly jam the trunk as well, all along the inside seams here. Our trunk rubber feels good on there. Not overly restored in the trunk, but they did a nice job as far as at least making it all color coded. I've seen, the paint here's got a little dirt in the paint, but not many people look in the trunk. As far as your inside your wheel wells, it's got all like the factory undercoating and stuff in here, which is nice to see. That's been painted over. Trunk shuts nice as well. As far as the back shelf, we got a couple Pioneer 6x9s back there. The back shelf's in good shape. Bottom corner of the door is nice. Doors are all taken off when it was painted.
Inside the door jams, again, also looks really decent and nice.
Yeah, just very presentable. Even as we look here, when you're getting in and out of the driver and passenger seat, that cord's in excellent shape. The seat's immaculate. Carpet is nice. You can tell it's older, maybe even original. You see how it's just a little bit fuzzy right here? That kind of happens over years and years of time. Yeah.
The dash pad is really nice. There's no cracks.
Yeah, the dash is awesome on it. Factory Cobra dash. Hornworks. Original steering wheel is freaking almost like new. Just a really, really super sanitary, nice car. Inside the inside corner of the door is good. Back behind the lower fender's all nice. Roof rail rubber is good.
And taking a look at the headliner fits really tight. It was done really nicely.
It does, huh?
It's nice. I like seeing that the dome light works on this car. Sometimes we get some of those in that they didn't take the time to do that, but this looks real nice.
Yeah, very nice. The visors are nice and tight in here as well. They got the proper ends on them. So many people just cut corners, and this car has, especially on the interior and exterior, has had no corners cut whatsoever.
Well, and being with the same owner for as many years as this car has been, you can tell that the guy really took great pride in this vehicle and took good care of it.
He definitely did. It's got an aftermarket temp, oil pressure, and tachometer there. JVC CD player tucked in here, which is nice. Other than that, he's got kind of a radio delete over here in the original one. Doors shut easy. You don't have to slam them. I'll be able to give you guys a really good look of how straight this car is, and both sides are this straight. Just check out how nice the doors, fenders, bottom of the doors, everything lines up. Guys, this is a quality car.
It is. I would agree with you. It just has a really nice sit to it. Quality car. Definitely something that you can drive and feel good about.
There's one tiny little, I'll let my camera focus in here. There's one tiny little spot right here, guys. It's a little paint blemish. Over the wheel well's great. Again, we have just a little bit of scuff in that chrome right there. Lower quarter panel is excellent as we come here to the door. A couple tiny little paint chips right along the edge of the door. Worst one is right here. Needs a little touch up right there. It's a little paint chip, but what I like about it is, check that out, it's bare metal down there. So when this car was painted, that's why this car is so straight. It was taken down, Lisa, to bare metal.
And that's when you know you have a good quality work done. And they took the time to do that.
Yeah, definitely. So many people just, well, it's a lot more work to take it all the way down. So there's a few little touch-ups, guys, a couple little paint chips right here.
I'll tell you, aside from a few little flaws in the paint that you pointed out here, really buffed up good and has a really nice shine to it.
Yeah, it does. And even the driver's side, we talked about the passenger side. When they restored this, they had to replace all this chrome. I mean, it is just too freaking nice.
Yeah, I would agree.
But when you get all this nice chrome and you put it against the nice shiny paint, wheels, and
it just really stands out. It's something that someone will turn their head over as it drives down the road.
Exactly. Seat's in excellent shape, but right down here, guys, there is just a little seam split underneath the seat right in here. Headrests are nice. Headliner's great, as we pointed out before. Very nice and tight, both sides. As we come in here, we have the Hornworks on it. Lisa's going to bring the keys with us and we'll kind of check her out. Heater fan's working. Go ahead and shut that off. Actually, we'll keep it on a little bit. Wipers are working. We checked the horn out already. Check this one. We'll let the car warm up. We'll see if this is good. Yeah. I like when people put the radios in here. It makes it nice. You know, it just looks so much more professional. Go ahead and shut that down. Gas gauge works as well. Temp gauge is down here. Oil pressure carrying about 60 pounds. Brake pedal feels awesome as well. We've got a nice full pedal, and the brake booster's excellent.
This thing has some power.
The 429s are designed for a ton of torque,
And
a ton of power, and a ton of enjoyment. As far as our brakes go, guys, absolutely no pull. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to keep this idle up a little bit. As far as our steering goes, guys, the steering's perfect on it. No pull left or right. Here's our problem why we don't let them idle first and we just start right and then go right into the drive. These things need to warm up a little bit.
And I would say that's probably true for most of these old cars.
That's why they switched to fuel injection.
That's right.
The dang carburetors and chokes. And
I need a little more finesse.
exactly. We will just, hey, what about the bench seat? How comfortable is that?
You know, the bench seat is quite nice. Pretty comfortable.
This thing picks up speed awesome. 75 mile an hour, 80 mile an hour down the road. Let's just say 75 right now. We're pushing 3,000 RPMs with these gears. Picks up speed awesome. Just a great car, guys. No road noise to speak of at all. The windows seal up really nice with all those new rubbers on there. As far as tire noise, vibration, it goes down the road awesome.
Yeah, it does. Really seems to grab the road and just
Doesn't need
drives real
alignment,
smooth.
nothing. Guys, if you have any questions on this beautiful 1970 Torino, give us a call, 641-816-3145. Check us out on Coyote Classics.